A tragedy inside a local daycare has police searching for answers after a little girl was killed by her own father.
This is a tragic day and a horrific scene for little children to witness if they did witness this.
6 other children were inside that Hopkins daycare yesterday morning. A 7-year-old girl and 41-year-old woman were found dead inside the daycare. They had apparent stab wounds. A 41-year-old man was also found dead from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. Police say they are all family members. Now, police say this started as a man actually killed an older relative, a 78-year-old woman who that man had been living with.
And the deadly stabbing attack stretched across 2 suburban cities Wednesday. It ended at the daycare in Hopkins and started at a home in Burnsville. Let's head over to the live desk as we get the latest on the victims there. Maria Lizignoli, you are tracking updates from police on this really disturbing chain of events.
Very disturbing to hear this morning. Police are still putting together a timeline of what exactly happened yesterday, but they say the man first killed the 78-year-old woman in her Burnsville home, and that woman is noted to be a close relative of the man. Even though it's suspected that she was killed first, that woman wasn't discovered by police until midday, just before 12:30. That's after they received a report of a stabbing. Police believe after he killed her, he went to the Hopkins daycare, killing his 7-year-old daughter and her mom before taking his own life. Police say the woman and the man were married, though they did not give details on the nature of their relationship, other than the man was believed to be living with his elderly relative at the time. Leadership across Hopkins and Burnsville say their communities are grieving.
This is something that has never happened in our city before. I don't know if I can think of another daycare that this type of incident has happened.
Any event involving the loss of life is a difficult process, but when children are involved, it's especially devastating.
We join the Burnsville and Hopkins communities in mourning these losses of life. When tragedies like these happen, they affect entire communities.
Hennepin County Attorney Mary Moriarty said her office is working with Hopkins police as they investigate, and the Victim Services Division is prepared to support the individuals impacted by this incident. Coming up in the next half hour, we're going to hear from neighbors about the shocking events that happened that day.
It's a disturbing story all around. Thanks, Maria. If you or someone you know is dealing with domestic violence, the phone number on your screen offers free and confidential help 24 hours per day.
We now know a teenager has died. This is after a fiery crash that we first brought to you yesterday morning. So the crash that sparked these huge flames, this is on Highway 100 down in Bloomington's, right near 494. It killed the 18-year-old driver. This is according to the State Patrol. They say he lost control of his van and hit the 494 bridge early Wednesday morning. Investigators say he was not wearing a seatbelt.
Thieves stole all 8 of the controversial flock cameras in the city of Winona, but police now say they don't plan to replace them. The department calls the cameras a valuable tool, but thinks its use has contributed to growing concerns about trust in policing, both locally and across the state and nation. Just last night, North Branch became the latest city to order the removal of those cameras because of privacy concerns. In just the past few weeks, communities like Duluth, West St. Paul, and Isanti County also paused or ended their flock contracts. The debate over mining in Minnesota drew a crowd to Blaine on Wednesday night. Some people showing their support for the proposed mining project, while others waved a flag in opposition. So the Minnesota DNR talked about the state's environmental review of the Tamarack mining project. This operation would be just north of Tamarack. It's in between Brainerd and Duluth there. It's an underground mine where Talon Metals would extract nickel, copper, and iron that would be processed out of state in North Dakota and Michigan. Now, opponents worry that the project would harm the land and the water, while advocates say there is a way to mine responsibly while supporting the economy.
It's so important to us because of what's at risk, right? Clean water, natural resources, treaty rights, just longevity of our people, right? The responsibility to protect the land for those that aren't here with us yet.
These are game-changing jobs, but it's also tax revenue for the communities, it's tax revenue for the schools, and it's the spin-off jobs.
The DNR said that the environmental study will likely wrap up in 2029. They are still accepting public comment through September 14th.
A warning for Cass County this morning. You'll want to beware of bears. The Cass County Sheriff's Office is reminding residents and visitors to take precautions amid an increase in bear activity as well as human-bear interactions in the area. Now, there have been 3 separate incidents involving bears entering homes with people inside. Plus, a bear has entered into a tent at a campground. Bears have been getting into garbage cans and even causing crashes. Some tips to help stop bear encounters include securing garbage in a bear-resistant container, remove bird feeders, do not leave pet food outside, clean outdoor grills thoroughly, and avoid intentionally feeding or approaching bears.
First responders shared a final farewell. This is to a firefighter who died fighting the bear trap fire. This is up near Early. A procession was held yesterday as the body of Alaska-based firefighter Leslie Washington was escorted from his superior to the Twin Cities. We still don't know exactly how he died, only that he had a medical emergency on Tuesday. Now, yesterday, his crew said that their hearts are with his family as they work to bring him home.
Meanwhile, out west, crews are struggling to get a wildfire which started over the weekend under control. The fire is along the California-Nevada border. By Wednesday, the bug fire had already burned tens of thousands of acres in California and Nevada. It remains at a low level of containment right now. Thousands of people have been evacuated in the Reno area. This is just one of several wildfires that have been ravaging the West in recent days. Parts of the Midwest are recovering today after severe weather tore through yesterday.
So in Muncie and Cambridge City, Indiana, you had entire neighborhoods flooded following torrential rains there. You can see cars and trucks submerged. Authorities have been performing rescue missions. They're out there using boats. In Ohio, lots of downed power lines, destruction. You can see this here from the road. The Ohio governor, Mike DeWine, called this week's flooding historic. And at least 265 people are dead. This is following that 7.4 magnitude earthquake in Colombia from earlier this week.
Now the country's president has declared an economic emergency to address the crisis. Rescue teams are racing against the clock, trying to find survivors amid the rubble of destroyed buildings. The country has begun receiving international aid and rescuers, something the new Colombia government had initially refused during the crucial hours following the earthquake. A total solar eclipse crossed parts of Europe on Wednesday, marking the continent's first total eclipse of sun in more than a century, I should say.
So you had millions of people. They went outside to look. The day turning into night. So a total solar eclipse, that's the alignment of the sun and the moon and the earth. There was a partial eclipse that was visible in other parts of Europe, actually in some spots in North America.